Hey, Elsa Hawk back with video 2. We're going to talk about WOOP. So, first I discovered 20% effort, 80% results. I divided my life goals into categories: productivity, relationships, health. Think about this. This is all the tabs I have open in my head all the time. This is why I have to write things down. And I do. So then I found WOOP. All right. I have to erase all this stuff. WOOP. So what is WOOP? WOOP is a system developed by somebody else. I'll have to put some notes on this later. W stands for wish. What is your wish? The first O stands for what is the best outcome for this wish, right? The second O stands for obstacle. What is the obstacle inside you? You cannot control what anybody else does. You could not control the weather. You could not control your mother. You could not control your husband or your wife or your partner. The obstacles to getting your wish, this is your wish, not their wish, your wish, are in you. What is the obstacle in you? And lastly, P stands for plan. What is your plan? What is the next step? What are you going to do about it? So I took all of my categories. So up here, it might say productivity. And then there'd be another category that was relationships and another category that was health. So I took 3 pages in my journal, these little notepad pages, and I've got WOOP. I've got productivity, I've got relationships, and I've got health. All right, well, remember all the little lines I had up there? So let's say it was productivity. I have work, I have career, so I made a little A. I have writing, I made a B. Maybe I have different writing projects. Maybe I'm writing something for Elsa Hawk and her blogs and her websites. And maybe I'm writing something for Hawk and Young, something that's more science fiction-y, that goes with us. Maybe I have a goal for that, so I'd have another area. And I would write what the wish was, and I'm not thinking very big yet. This is just short term. This is just another way to organize my thoughts, another way to take it a step further from the little spider web lines going everywhere, circles, web mapping that we did, to an outline with action steps, because that spider web was missing action steps. All right. And so each area, relationships, so remember, I had family, I had marriage, I had my male friends, and I had my female friends, right? And health, I had my mental health, I had my physical health, I had my emotional health, and if you want, my spiritual health. I had all these different categories, right? I wrote them all out. Okay, under best outcome, I need the best outcome for each, right? So I've got A, B, C, D underneath each one. What is the best outcome? So maybe the first productivity was something to do with my work at school as a teacher. Maybe it was my teacher stuff. What's the best outcome is that I finish all of my work before the month is out, right? Before the month is out, I can use the same stuff for next year. It's repeatable. I feel really good about myself. What about if it's some of my writing? Maybe my wish is that book 1 is finished by a certain time. So the best outcome would be that book 1 is finished by, I don't know, let's say June. I don't know, pick in the middle of the year, because this is kind of the beginning of the year. Maybe, you can pick whatever. So you write out your outcome. What is the obstacle inside of me? Ooh, so here you have to get introspective, people. What is blocking you? What is blocking me from finishing my schoolwork? Usually I get very burnt out. I get very burnt out, especially if I'm dealing with emotionally, if I'm dealing with a situation with a student or their parent. And sometimes I just get burnt out, right? What is the obstacle in me about finishing this book? a lot of times books are very tied to emotion. And you get into writing and you realize, I just can't write this right now. I can't deal with these emotions. I can't do this. So a lot of times writing is tied to your emotions. It's tied to how you feel. So the obstacle in me is probably going to be emotional. And then lastly, we need to make a plan. Okay, so what is my plan for school? Maybe my plan is to do 30 minutes of work a day, right? Maybe that's my plan. I'm going to do 30 minutes, I'm going to work on this. Or maybe I say, okay, on Friday nights, I do nothing. On Saturdays, I do my videos for math, which I do this kind of stuff, right? And on Sundays, I do my science lesson, like I break it down, right? Okay, that's going to help me. I have a plan and it's doable. I've broken it down into parts. And what about writing? Okay, I've got this emotional obstacle. I want to finish by June. What is my plan to do this? Perhaps my emotional obstacle involves something that another person said to me. So one of the things my plan might be is confront them. What if I need to just say, hey, what did you mean by this? Like, is this going to be an issue? I need you to talk with me about this. Or what if it's something else? What if it's a past emotion that has to do with maybe a parent or a situation, something that happened a long time ago? I may need to actually talk to somebody about it. Or it could be that I just don't feel like I have time to write it. I feel like I need to do a bunch of other things. I need to watch a tutorial video. I'm stuck in a certain thing and I need to do some research and find another book that addresses this issue. There could be all kinds of things that I could be hung up on. And so the obstacle in me could be that I need to find the time to read these things. So my plan is, all right, pick a day. This is when we're going to read it. This is when we're going to do it, right? You have to tackle those things, those obstacles. So I did WOOP for all these areas, right? And then I have something else I can look back on. And most importantly, I have a plan. I have action steps. And you can make your plan as simple or as detailed as you want. If you are willing to revisit your plan often, then you can make shorter goals. If you are going to revisit your plan every week, so you can put on your calendar, Saturday we do this, Friday we do this, Wednesday we do this. I post on my website on this day. Then maybe you can make a plan that you don't have to check every week. But every time you look at it, maybe your long-term goals are over here. Maybe you look at it and you go, okay, I still want to finish by June. I need to write so many thousands of words by this week. You could make a goal like that. All of these health things, those are usually easy to figure out a plan to. The hard part about health goals, especially physical health goals, if it's diet and exercise, is sticking to it. But if you start with your goals small, if you start small with them, something that's achievable, you're going to feel that success. It's going to feel good. You're going to be like, oh, I did it. I accomplished something. And that's going to feel good, and that's going to motivate you to keep going as long as you keep your goals small, right? Remember, we're only putting 20% effort in at a time. That feeling that you get, that happiness, is your 80% result. It's going to keep you going. It's going to be awesome. So I've been working with WOOP for a while, and then I read this, Secrets of the World Class, by Steve Seibold, and I made this list. This list is about holding yourself to better standards. And I wrote down each one of his disciplines, and guess what? they fit into these areas. So career discipline, productivity, family, friends, social discipline, relationships, financial discipline, back to productivity, recreation discipline, back to relationships, maybe health, depending on where you want to put that. Health, diet, exercise discipline, health. Faith, spiritual discipline, health. Social, cultural discipline, there's your relationships. Personal development, that could be in whichever area you feel is the best, right? That could be your personal development. It's kind of a health issue, but it could be a relationship issue, or it could be productivity if that's where you're weakest. Then he has a scale. Basically, we want to get from playing not to lose to playing to win. And I rated myself. I rated myself on all these disciplines. I rated them. And I noticed I put most of my effort into work, because what do? I'm there 8 hours a day. 8 hours a day I'm there. So I put most of my effort into work. And I put the least amount of effort into social cultural because I'm so wrapped up in myself, right? The rest of the things, I'm not getting past level 3, which is playing to improve. I'm working to improve. I'm working to better myself. I'm working to learn some things. I'm making attempts to get better, but I'm never going to get past this level if I don't start putting in more effort. So my 20% effort that I'm putting in here is not giving me results. It's not pushing me to the next 20%. So my next thing is figuring out what I need to revamp my wishes. I don't think my wishes are strong enough. I don't think they're high enough. I don't think I am shooting for the stars, so to speak. I think my wishes are too easy. So what do I need in order to feel like a winner all the time? What do I need to push myself to be like, you know what? Nothing is going to stop me. I need to be the winner here. What are my real wishes? And that's where I'm at. And I feel like that's where a lot of us are, especially stuck at home with quarantines at different times, trying to take care of ourselves in this day and age. I feel like we are just working every day to improve ourselves. And so we slip and we fall, and then we improve ourselves, and it's back to where we were. We need to be playing to win. We need to win at life. We need to create. We need to be the best. If we create and if we're the best and we give 100% to everybody else, how much more wonderful will the world be?